Lorehammer or Yourhammer?
Wow.
Oh my God, we're here.
We're doing it.
Highlight of everyone's week.
Howdy.
If you're not familiar, it's a little silly game Tom and I play where we tell 2 stories of Warhammer lore. One of which is true Lorehammer. One of which is made-up nonsense Yourhammer.
That's right.
That's the winner of last week. Would you like to go first or second? You may choose.
I honestly don't mind. I feel like because we had to establish a poop embargo of not allowing any poop stories, I feel like I've got 2 stories. They're quite sensible. But if you'd have told me either of them separately, I don't think I would have believed them.
Oh, okay. Exciting. I'm gonna work on
That's our logo.
That's our logo. I'm gonna work on it though, because people complained that the white was like burning their eyes, because people live in dark mode now, right?
That's true.
Dark mode is the new black, is the new white.
Okay.
Yeah,
make this real sexy.
So let's just let's have a lovely burgundy. Oh,
That's great.
oh, look at
Love
that!
Love
Is this
this.
better? Are you happy now?
Love it. Okay, right. I've closed down chat.
Close down the chat. Good. Okay.
And so you've got 2 stories, and these stories, Ben, they're about the Tyranid Hive Mind.
Oh, okay. Both of them.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How much do you know about the Tyranid Hive Mind, Ben?
I know that the only good bug is a dead bug.
Boom!
Is that right?
You're doing your part.
I'm doing my part.
Okay, right. Are you ready? Are you settled in? Are you still?
I'm still fiddling. I'm just trying to. I mean, I should just start a new page, really, shouldn't I? That would be way easier. Don't save. And we'll do dark Tom and Ben dark mode.
Okay.
I
feel like oh, you're going with the text. Nice, going for ooh, it's a nice
It's a lovely font, isn't it? Just start the tail, and we'll.
I need your undivided attention.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's not how that works.
No, you can't just drag. Apparently, you have to Oh, look at that! Isn't that so characterful?
That's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay, great.
Isn't it just delicious?
So, right. So you know only a good bug is a dead bug.
That's what I know about Tyranids. They and ants. They're like ants, right? They do what the queen says, or the hive tyrant.
So this is specifically about the hive mind itself. So as a bit of background for everyone, the Tyranid hive mind is the synaptic link between the Tyranids.
Yeah.
It's a big force of psychic energy. It does wacky stuff and lets them all work together for the greater bug good.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a collective consciousness that drives all the lesser beasts forwards.
Yeah. So, right, well, it goes a little bit deeper than that. So, the first story, do you know the Tyranid hive mind actually can hold vendettas against individuals?
Wow.
Because once upon a time, there was an eldar starfighter.
Oh.
I can't remember their name. We'll call them Elandrathil.
Sure.
And they fought against a Tyranid space hive fleet. Big bug ships, very scary. And through some eldar trickery, they managed to destroy this hive fleet. So a few days pass. The eldar are very cool, very good. Elandrathil is in bed, and then she gets assaulted by the hive mind.
Ooh, like a psychic attack.
Like a psychic attack. And the hive mind is like, you dirty bitch.
Ooh.
I'm coming for you. And when I get you, I've got a special setup where I'm going to kill you, but I'm going to keep rebirthing you, and I'm going to kill you over and over again for as long as the Tyranids live, because you killed my alien space fleet.
Shit. That doesn't... I always assumed that the Tyranid Hive Mind was such a big picture, grand overview kind of thing. It didn't give a shit about its own individuals or the enemies. It was just like, nom the planet, nom that planet. Wow. So spiteful.
So spiteful. And it had this whole new system designed to upset this elf.
So it invented like this eating and birthing chamber
that it was going to put the elf
Infant.
into, and so they would keep being reborn and dying, and I assume being the same. Like, it wasn't like a teleporter that they're then a different person.
Oh yeah, so it would have to like recapture its soul from the warp?
I don't know. Like, I don't know how that stuff
Well, the
works.
Eldar have spirit stones, right? So if it got eaten and died, its spirit would go into its spirit stone, and then it gets birthed, and they just plug the stone back into the new Eldar.
Sure.
Maybe. Okay, that's the story.
That's story number 1.
Okay.
Story number 2 is, are you familiar about when the Tyranids, the Hive Mind, it sent an emissary of a Tzeentch to go and meet with a demon prince of Tzeentch and ask Tzeentch if it wanted to join it, and Tzeentch almost merged itself with the Tyranid Hive Mind.
Well, like not just the demon, the chaos god.
The
Tzeentch.
Chaos God Tzeentch
Right.
almost joined the Hive Mind, and they were going to become one entity because they both were like,
We can be gooder. Bigger.
you're pretty good,
Yeah.
I'm pretty good, and the Hive Mind that spoke through its Tzeentch goon, and then the Tzeentch spoke through.
Why did he not go for it in the end?
I think because they were like, this is going to cause problems with our story.
For canon reasons.
Yeah, and so then it ends up with the Demon Prince and the Tzeentch. They kill each other. They banged and made weird Demon Tzeentch baby.
Wow.
So they didn't do it, but
he thought about it.
Tzeentch and the Hive Mind actually had a conversation with each other. And that's
okay.
what I was like, huh.
So I know
Interesting.
in very old lore, Tzeentch were Tyranid ambassadors. And then they think they changed that and turned them into like Tyranid refugees. But then who knows with Warhammer, what's canon and what's not. I think just contradictory stories in a vast universe. I can imagine Tzeentch getting tempted by a weird deal and just going, ooh, this could be interesting, just for the sake of it. But if that's true, it's very old. But it could fit in with very old lore. Whereas, the Hive Mind wanting to kill a specific Eldar person and torture them feels like nothing. I wouldn't have thought that was true. Like, if I wasn't playing this game and someone told me that story, I'd be like, that doesn't sound right. If you misunderstood something, it doesn't fit with what I know about the Tyranids. Whereas at least the Tzeentch thing, I can imagine that being true. Even though it's weirder, it fits with older lore better. But I've not read a Tyranid book since 5th edition. So who knows what Tyranids are like now? Because they did a whole bunch of like new models and stuff like 6 years ago, and they probably changed shitloads of
2014.
2014, I've been told. Yeah. Good. The last year for Tyranids.
Yeah.
So they could have added shitloads of like new look. They could have totally changed what the Hive Mind's like. I wouldn't know. But I'm going to go with my gut. My gut says the Hive Mind would not torture a person or care about a person. So I'm going to say that is Yourhammer. And sexy Tzeentch Tzeentch times.
Ooh.
Mwah, 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 kissy kissy Zoti Demon Prince times. I think Tzeentch will consider a deal. Just because it's intriguing and weird and he wants to think about all the options.
Okay. Do you want to see what chat?
Yeah, let's see what chat says.
See what chat had determined. What are they feeling? Someone's betting on elf torture. Torture to produce weird milk. Please no.
No, that's what the Tyranid wanted all along. Berry milk.
Wow. Everyone agrees with Ben.
Some people are saying double Lorehammer.
Double Lorehammer.
Oh my god. Tom has metagamed it, and Ben is wrong. But Ben is right. Elf Prometheus.
So... You're wrong.
What?
It comes from a story called Wraith Flight, all about an elf fighter pilot. And people angrily disagree with this interpretation of the Hive Mind because it would never do this.
But it's in an official novel.
It's in an official Black Library novel.
Some editor at GW approved it.
And
What?
So the Hive Mind it spoke to and was like bitter.
What's this called? This book? Sorry.
Wraith Flight.
Let's have a look at the the book, like the
Wait, is
front
that
of
what
it.
it's called? Wraith Flight. Bam.
Oh,
You go back onto the all. Wraith Flight.
I just want to see the cover. Cool.
And a lot of Tyranid fans do not accept this book or the lore.
I refuse. It's not
because,
canon.
Lyanna, Ariel, no.
Wow.
Because...
And did it happen? Did the Tyranids eat the elf and do the torture?
No, it just spoke to her and said that it was going to do that.
Oh, okay.
And she's just like, oh shit. But I don't know, it didn't.
Okay, did they actually fight the Tyranids again after that? And she was like, "Oh no, I hope we win. I'll get captured."
No, I don't know. I found the passage where it just said like, the thing it assaults her mind, and she's
Right.
they're just like, this is shit, and then is talking about how it's
Wow.
going to torture her for eternity by birthing and killing her. Boom.
Fucking weird. Was she pivotal in that battle or
I
something?
think she's the main character. She's like the Starbuck.
she did the trick and saved the day.
Does the shooting and comes up with like, if we fly behind the asteroid and then we come around, we'll surprise them.
Oh
and,
yeah. We'll get the sun behind us and we'll fly out of the sun and they'll never see us coming.
And so
Right.
that is
Maybe if we slingshot around the moon.
yeah. I think it's just some
other sci-fi tropes.
something dumb like that. So boom.
Wow, you got me real good. How did you find that? Were you just Googling like lore everyone hates?
No, but that's a great thing to search for because stuff that people don't believe is canon is actually
It's really a good way to trick me, it turns out.
a great thing. Yeah,
Because that's entirely why I didn't pick it, because
Yeah.
it didn't sound like it would fit with established lore.
yes, I can't remember like what I'd searched to find it, but when I had found it, I was just like, this doesn't sound true at all. I don't think that it was like, because was it last week or the week before that we were talking a bit about the Hive Mind? Did we have a conversation
remember.
where we were like, how do we think that it works or something like that? Or we were talking about like Tyranids and what are they up to? Like, are they fleeing from a thing or are they
Oh, yeah.
invading?
What's
the
their deal?
the idea there? And I think I was then looking into the Hive Mind, not even for this, but just like, yeah, what is going on there? And then stumbled across this story that everyone hates because
It just doesn't line up.
yeah, because it changes the Hive Mind into being like a petty, vengeful, like individual,
Like it has
rather than-
feelings and stuff.
Yeah, rather than just a mindless entity.
Yeah, because
that you can't.
I much prefer the concept that it's like incomprehensible alien intelligence that doesn't. It's on a completely different kind of level of existence.
Yeah.
That you can't reason with it. You can't relate to it in any way. It's this otherworldly alien horror.
Yeah.
Not just me. You killed my ships.
Oh, you killed a bit of my fleet. I'll get you. Yeah, because like there were in the like the wiki for the Hive Mind, they would like anytime any psyker ever tries to talk to the Hive Mind, they instantly die.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like every time I've ever heard of the Hive Mind, like just psychers being near the Hive Mind usually just blows their brains out.
Yeah.
Like the amount of Space Marine librarians who have been like, there's a shadow in the warp, the Tyranids are coming, and then their brain melts out their ears.
Yeah, 'cause there's a one Space Marine. Is it the chief librarian of the Ultramarines or something? Is the only person who's psychically spoken with the
Well, yeah,
Hive.
'cause Tom, he's an Ultramarine.
Oh yeah, because he's allowed. No one else can.
He's got amazing plot armor.
And he had spoken to it, and he was just like, "There's hunger there." Oh, guys, don't like phone it up. It's real bad.
Real bad. I've looked into the abyss. And the abyss looked back.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well. That's
Good job, man. You got me. You got me good.
A win for Tom.
Okay, we'll put it on the scoreboard. So, this week, my first story is... You're familiar with the old Imperial assassins?
Imperial assassins. Calexus.
Calexus, that's this guy here. He's psychic.
Eversaw.
He's a psychopath.
Because he's ever sore about his lot in life. Vindicar.
He's a sniper.
And Calidus.
Shape-changing infiltration specialist.
With a Catan blade.
Yeah. There's a cool story one time, actually, how she plunged one into the shard of the deceiver.
Oh, yeah.
And he just went, thanks
absorbs
for
it.
returning it.
Yeah, I remember. That was in the Witch Hunters or Demon
Yeah,
Hunters
I think
Codex. I remember that one.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, they're cool.
So those are the 4 temples of the Assassinum... Officio Assassinorium, or whatever it's called in 40k.
Add some extra I's and U's, and I will. Yep.
So, but did you know that there are more than just the 4 famous temples?
Ooh.
There's dozens of minor assassin specialists with different names.
Ooh, is that the bureaucracy temple?
There's the death by PowerPoint.
Okay, love it. So that's your one, right?
Where they just give presentations and specialize in.
God. Okay.
No, so there's one there's like a poison temple, for example, that specializes in poison, but there's no model or stuff for that because they never go to the battlefield. They sort of infiltrate the court and they deliver poisons and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
So all the other temples are like non-combatant roles, and that's
Right.
why you've never heard anything about them because you can't use them in 40k.
Yeah.
So one of these obscure temples is what are they called? The Temple Mortem, and they specialize in getting the target to kill themselves.
Okay.
They're like the suicide temple.
Right.
And they've been specializing for decades into like developing the perfect way. When you've got like a heretic who preaches against the emperor, but you can't make a martyr of him. You can't just execute him and then prove all the things he's been saying about the empire are true.
Yeah.
You need to take him out. You need to like find a way to not only get rid of him, but make everyone think, this guy was the worst. So they go in. Their plan is they've got dozens of different specialists who all train in different fields. Some of them are like, well, why don't we get him to, get him super depressed? And I believe that he's a lost cause. Or that he's, we're onto him and we're sending the super armada. It's only a matter of days before the Inquisition comes to kill him, or he should kill himself.
Okay.
Or we'll play the super long game and we'll get him to like really not look after himself and start taking like drugs and alcohol and run himself into the ground, so eventually like health issues take him out.
Is that what's happening to me?
You're being targeted.
Are they targeting me? Is this why it's all gone to shit? Yeah. Oh, God.
So they're very subtle, very specialized.
Right.
And although they've been around for over 1,000 years, they've been meticulously training all these techniques. They have actually yet to assassinate anyone.
What?
They haven't yet perfected their techniques to the point where they're willing to deploy them in the field.
Okay.
It's like a work in progress. It's like the pet project of like this guy who works.
So dumb. Wow. Okay, sure.
But they're sure that once they've cracked it, it will be the most efficient, subtle tool of the Imperium.
Okay, yeah. They're cool. Okay, I like it. It sounds very 40k. That's a fun idea.
Yeah, so that's one story.
Okay, right. The
the suicide assassin.
Okay, yeah. That haven't done it yet.
Yeah, but one day.
All right, cool.
And the other story is you're familiar with abhumans in the Imperium.
Abhumans, yeah.
There's
Centaurs,
there's
right?
over 72 different confirmed types of abhumans in the Imperium. Now, abhumans are different from mutants. You'll know that. What do you do with the mutant, Tom?
Oh, you purge it.
You purge the mutant. But some things are not technically mutants.
Mm-hmm.
They're different strains of humanity, and the Imperium has decreed that because they're stable and breed true, they're not a mutation, like chaos corruption. Mm-hmm. They're a different strain of humanity, and therefore no purge.
Okay. No purge.
No purge these. So you've obviously the famous ones: Ogrins, Squats, another sanctioned abhuman, allowed to exist. Not really. Not all of these different. They don't have the same rights as Imperial citizens. They're usually like lower tier. You got ratlings.
Yeah.
Little boys. You got these things.
Is that an abhuman?
That's a Loxatl.
Right.
It's a drafted alien in the Imperial army. These ones are abhumans, the Ogrins and the ratlings. And there's beastmen, which you're familiar with, which exist and are kind of on their way out.
Yeah, they feel very iffy. They've been iffy for a long time.
Yeah, but they do exist. But what you might not be familiar with is one of these sanctioned strains of abhumans are cat people. The Felinids, human-cat hybrids.
Oh, I hate this already.
Who, their like Latin Gothic name is like Homo Harazinus or something, which translates to
I hate
human furries.
I hate this. I feel like this.
They only exist on one planet in the Imperium, and they are not allowed to leave that planet. They're allowed to exist, but if they ever try to travel, they're executed.
Right.
But they are tolerated.
Okay.
So does the human tolerate human cat furries?
That's all I'm getting. Just there are fucking furries.
There's a furry planet that the Imperium is absolutely fine with.
Yeah.
And I guess you could travel, although they're not allowed to leave, you could travel there and visit the cat furries.
Fuck. God, the furries is fucking dumb as fuck. Like, don't love that. But that feels like that could be a thing. So when doing some research, I did go on the wiki page that had abhumans. Or maybe it was like known... It was sentient species in 40k, and there was this gigantic list. And there was a category of abhumans, and I remember there being more on there than I was expecting, but I did not read through it. I just remember being like, "That's a big list." I was looking for something else. I was looking for Tau mercenaries or aliens in the Tau Empire, and I didn't like stop and look at that, so I don't know.
Ooh,
but I feel like it could be. I'm not sure if I'm just imagining that I could have seen it, or if I did see it. I definitely wouldn't have clicked on it. And
don't want that in your search history.
The assassins. I like the assassins. I think I like that a lot more than the felinids. I'm just wondering if, like, what do you try and trick me with? Like a good thing? Or furries? Or did you find that furries are real? But I feel like someone might have told you furries are real.
Oh, well, just to confirm, I've stopped taking requests on my stream. This was...
Oh, really?
This is 100%.
Ooh.
100% my own research. Take that out of your calculations. I'm not taking suggestions anymore.
Fuck, because the assassin thing, that sounds like that could be in fucking like Dark Heresy or something. Something where they just add in some
extra random
bits of Gumpf lore that that it doesn't even have to be attached to a story or anything like that. It's just a little bit of fluff because they use loads of assassins and stuff like that in there. But God, the feeling it's just there's furries. I kind of feel like I'm going to say that's the true one.
Because you hate it the most.
Because I hate it the most, and so it's more likely to be true. And also, if I say that is... If I'm wrong, then the other one becomes true, and they have to get rid of the Felinids, and that one now goes actually into canon, something like that.
What? So hang on, you think by picking the one you hate, then it won't be true?
I don't know.
This logic's hard to follow.
Yeah, I don't think there is any logic here. I think the Felinids is... I'm going to say that one is true, because...
Is that your final answer?
Oh God, yeah, it is. Because otherwise, like, I'll overthink it and go into like the forever loop.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to say furries are true, because I feel like you might have done a search for furries in 40k. Actually, no, there's no way we would have done that, because the fucking DeviantArt image results that come up for you would be... Yeah, you're not going to do that on your family computer.
Or in the office.
Yeah, or in the office. But then again, I guess you had like prepared images for this one. Actually, I guess you got assassin images too. Yeah, fuck it. Furries. Furries are true. Assassins, not true.
Okay, should we see what chat says?
What does chat say?
Oh, wrong button. Boop. Yeah, chat knows what's up. Furries is Lorehammer. You're correct, Tom.
Oh, I don't know if I'm even fucking happy about that.
And I thought I'd prepare the evidence. Because it's so dumb.
So I think this was the logic that I was having of like, if I'm right, I win. But if I'm wrong, then
You're
the
happy.
better lore would have been the real thing.
Right. So kind of win-win scenario for yourself.
God, okay.
So this is the 6th edition 40k rulebook section
I
on...
never read it.
Turns out there's like 10 pages at the back of just like background material covering all the basics on everything. Cool. And scroll down to abhumans. There's the Felinids, and then Homo sapiens Hostatus. This translates to furry.
Okay,
Literally, like, that's the Latin word for saying like furry animal. And then it just says down here, they are Felinids, and they are endemic and restricted to this planet only.
Wow.
And that's all the information there is about Felinids.
Fuck, okay, wow. Okay, nice.
Oh.
Wow. My God.
So such rich, deep lore. I was hoping to find... The reason I made up the assassin one was I was looking for like lesser-known temples of the assassins, and I couldn't find a dumb one. Because I thought that was ripe Lorehammer territory.
Yeah. Like, I think I would have fallen for that. Although calling them the Assassino Mortis wasn't a dumb enough name.
Well, Mortis is suicide in Latin.
Yeah. But I think it would have to have had something a lot jazzier. A lot longer as well. Yeah, I like that. I thought that was a fun thing. And I was really kind of like, I was like, I'm not believing this until you put on the line about like, they've been doing it for 1,000 years and they haven't actually done it yet. That's when I was like, fuck, this could be true. Like that.
That little touch made it more legit.
Yeah, that makes it way more believable. And like a bit wackier. But furries.
Furries is true.
Wow.
I'm just going to search for Carlos McConnell. Because that's the name of the planet.
Carlos McConnell?
Maybe it's a reference to someone.
Oh.
Who
the fuck is Carlos McConnell?
I don't know. It's the name of the planet the furries live on.
Okay.
Oh, no, just planet, furry planet. What?
Okay, Carlos McConnell. bravest rogue trader the galaxy has ever known. We are on 1T4 Chen, so
Yeah, probably all nonsense.
maybe a little bit of
Sure.
a little bit of exaggeration, but wow. Okay, so does that conclude this week's
It does, yeah. One to you and none to me. Well played, sir.
Blammo? Very cool. Turning it around.
You are.
Getting
there.
it back. I broke the cycle.
You are. I think we're probably pretty even now.
Yeah. But I think, it's not about winning, it's about the fun.
It's about the lore we learned along the way.
Just the awful lore that we learned along the way.